Welcome to another update by Force 13. Here today we're talking about Tropical Storm Cimaron in the Western Pacific. Formed yesterday, got named today. Currently is located at 14.6 degrees north and 152.4 degrees east, with maximum sustained winds of 45 miles an hour and a minimum pressure of 998 millibars. Currently sheared right now, but is expected to intensify in the coming days, potentially hitting Japan as a typhoon. Right now, though, there actually are some watches in effect. There is a typhoon watch in effect for Guam right now, as the system is currently to the east of the island. This should change, though, in the coming days as the storm starts to move to the northwest. Here's the current forecast track and intensity guidance from the JTWC. You can see right now they still have it fairly weak, but expect it to strengthen pretty gradually over the next couple days. Wind field expanding more than anything else. That's why there is a typhoon watch in effect for Guam right now. They do expect it, though, to be a typhoon around day 5, where it could be impacting central Japan potentially as a typhoon. Cone is still pretty wide at this point. We've seen how this can differ. Sulik was initially projected to impact this area, and now the current projection shows it hitting South Korea as a typhoon instead. So things can obviously change, but right now Japan is definitely in the line of fire with this storm and has potential to hit there as a typhoon. In terms of factors affecting the strength of Cimaron right now, what's definitely affecting it the most is pretty high wind shear in the area it's in. Not very favorable. The storm does have a lot of convection displaced to the southwest of it right now. Although in the coming days, that's why it's going to be gradually strengthening. Wind shear is expected to slowly lessen, and the storm should be able to intensify over the next few days as it continues to slowly move northwestward at first, pick up a bit of speed as we get towards the end of the 5-day forecast track. What will help Cimaron potentially intensify, though, in the coming days is definitely going to be very favorable sea surface temperatures. Currently, right now, the storm's in 29 degrees Celsius temperatures for the most part. As it moves northwest for the next few days, it's definitely going to be staying above 20 degrees Celsius waters for the whole track it's in, maybe even getting into some more 28s and 29s as it continues its track. Definitely something that's going to be helping it potentially intensify in the coming days as wind shear lessens up. Let's take a look at some of the satellite imagery with Tropical Storm Cimaron here, just so we can get a better look at what it's really looking like right now. You can see lots of convection with it, a lot of heavy thunderstorm activity with the system, but it's displaced almost completely to the south and west of the center of the storm. That's obviously wind shear taking a toll on its system, but that's really why the islands just to the west of the storm should be keeping track of it right now as we switch to the other satellite imagery. That's going to be because those thunderstorms can reach over there because of that. As the wind field widens as well with these thunderstorms, these islands should definitely be keeping track of the storm. Heavy thunderstorms, gusty winds, higher surf and stuff are obviously going to be impacting those islands with this storm. But right now, looking at the satellite imagery, convection is pretty heavy once it wraps around the system, where we could be looking at a pretty major threat. Here's a look at some of the computer models right here. You can see Cimaron approach from the bottom of the screen, intensifying into a typhoon. Right now, this model run from the GFS shows it hitting the Osaka area as a Category 2 typhoon. You can also see Sulik there going to the west of Japan now. It goes up off the screen to hit South Korea as at least a Category 2 typhoon as well, according to the GFS. You can see, though, it shows Cimaron impacting some of the other smaller islands in the Pacific as well. It approaches the center of the screen. Right now, though, it does predict pretty significant intensification over the coming days, so all eyes should be on the system for Japan. It may be a really major threat. That's going to do it for this update by Force 13 on Tropical Storm Cimaron in the Western Pacific. Hopefully this has been of some help to you. If it has, make sure to go to all our outlets and provide us some support there. YouTube, of course, subscribe here if you haven't. Facebook and Twitter, we're Force 13 all on text. Make sure to check us out there. We also have Patreon. If you want to lend some financial contribution, it's always really appreciated. Of course, voluntary. That link will be in the description as well. And if you really want to join in the Tropical Weather Chat, we really are a volunteer service. So if you guys want to help out, talk, and communicate in any way, make sure to add Full13 at extension 9094 on Discord, or add Force 13 on Skype to join the Discord server for Tropical Weather Chat. See you guys next time.